This is an actual ancient text written about 750 BCE in the city of Borsippa by the Babylonian king Nabu-shuma-ishkun. This is a fun little text. First it is the dedication to the gods, but then after that it talks about some drama that happened in the city of Borsippa. This was inscribed onto a holy storehouse for the Ezida temple, written on its wall, and it begins, "For the god, venerable, splendid, the god Murugasa, exalted, sovereign, spouse of the goddess Ninsiga, most honored of all goddesses, mistress of all the inhabited world, majestic, goddess of absolutely everything. The god Utulu, the powerful lord, who marches in front of all the gods, perfect master of the gods, resplendent, beloved of the god Ea, endowed with wisdom and insight, who evaluates omens, the establisher of kingship, the one who directs everything, who grants scepter, throne, reign, and royal crown. Perfect offspring of the god Nunamir, honored son, offspring of the princess of the gods, the goddess Erua, Lord of Esagia, Lord of everything, victorious, beloved of the god Marduk, of the god Asari, eldest son, foremost, the one who goes in front, the one who loves with the Father who begat him, judge of the gods, king of the great gods, the one who is resplendent in the east and the west, something of the gods, his own counselor, the one who accepts entreaties and hearkens to supplications, one who has broad understanding, one to whose venerable commands the Igigu gods submit themselves humbly, and the Anunnaki gods, clad in a holy, awe-inspiring sheen, garbed in terrifying splendor, filled with fearfulness, who established judgment, and the Sabitu gods do not. And the praises continue for a while, but then there is a break in the text. When the break returns, we are beginning a story of some sort. To administer the people correctly, in Borsippa, he proceeds along the road, and then it starts talking about the storehouse on which this text was written, calling it a praiseworthy structure, but it had its walls had buckled and become weak through time, so in the broken section, we assume he's talking about why he is renovating this structure. So then we get to this structure, which from time immemorial, from long before me, no governor or commissioner of Borsippa had done. He charged me with this work and entrusted it to me, Nabu-shuma-imbi, son of Eda Etir, Nishaku official, one privileged to enter the temple of the god Nabu, governor of Borsippa, slave who reveres his great godhead and stands in service before him, prayerful soldier who constantly pays attention to the cult of the god Nabu, lord of the lands and lord of the gods. Now, we often talk about the sometimes exaggerated titularies of kings, but here we see that just a governor could have his own somewhat elaborate titulary, but it is at the same time a bit more humble, claiming humble titles to your pride seems sort of interesting to us, but it fits. It's commonly done. Anyway, he says he began this work and ordered it done. But then disorders, disturbances, revolt, and turmoil occurred in the city of Borsippa, the city of truth and justice. During the reign of King Nabu-shuma-ishkun, the Dakurian, the Babylonians, the Borsippans, the people of the town Duteti, which is on the bank of the Euphrates, all the Chaldeans, Arameans, and the people of Dilbat sharpened their weapons for many days to fight with one another, and they slew each other. Moreover, they fought with the Borsippans over their fields. Now, for a bit of context, the 750s are the sort of the transition period between a time of relative resurgence for the Babylonian kingdom, but also it's the transition between yet another of their various dark ages. And during this time, Babylon was more powerful than it had been in a while, but it still doesn't seem like it had a great deal of control over its general area in particular. So that's what we're seeing here. So we have another little break, but then Nabu Shuma Idin, son of Akar Nabu, won privilege to enter the temple of the god Nabu, the chief administrator of Ezida. By himself he set against concerning Nabu Shuma Imbi, son of Eda Etir, governor of Borsippa. Then by night, like thieves, the enemy, the foreigner, fugitives, wicked enemies with stopped ears who would not listen to me, perverse something, 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 none of it, I'm sure, very nice. I returned to Ezida and Borsippa, they seized and set up a hue and cry over the city and temple as they fought. On this night, the Borsippans and the people of the town, who were present to help one another, surrounded the house of Nabu Shuma Imbi, son of Eda Etir, governor of Borsippa, with arrows, and fought at him from evening until sunrise, and they raised battle cries the entire time. From evening until sunrise, Nabu Shuma Imbi, son of Eda Etir, governor of Borsippa, prayed, "Nabu, my hope is no more." In another broken section, it sounds like their destruction was great. They burnt a lot of Nabu Shuma Imbi's stuff. They seems to have damaged the storehouse where this inscription is being written. And then it gets a little more readable. Nabu Shuma Imbi, son of Eda Etir, governor of Borsippa, who reveres him and stands in service before the great god. Let these people speak, let him agree, let him bestow on him as a gift, and grant him a present peace and good fortune. So it seems that somehow through in the broken section, Nabu Shuma Imbi was rescued from this great disorder that had affected the entire city of Borsippa and had come upon his house in particular. But thanks to the gods, he survived, and so he prays. May the goddess Nanaya, mistress of all the goddesses, the compassionate goddess, creator of probably people, whose word is favorable, whose utterance cannot be changed, whose command cannot be altered, intercede for me daily in the presence of the god Nabu, who makes decisions for heaven and underworld, the son of the Enlil of the gods Marduk. May I increase my good fortune, distant days with long years of life, shining as a gift from the gods for my offspring. May my progeny prosper in the palace. Goddess, may her word be favorable. May his position as shepherd be confirmed with regard to Ezida and Borsippa, meaning he's not the shepherd of any of this. He wants to remain as the leader of the Ezida temple in the city of Borsippa. May his words be pleasing unto the gods and the Lord of lords. May he experience the fullness of old age. In strife, war, fierce battle, and campaigning, he, his offspring, his God will go to his aid, to overthrow his enemy. May he fill his hands with plenty and with great abundance. And at the god Aram, the raging one, beloved son of the god Enlil, the powerful one, may dagger and plague never draw near him. May peace be established for him to may the gods desire to extinguish his wicked enemies like embers. May he praise your Nabu and Nanaya's Godhead and your greatness for all future generations. May you, Lord, be his help. Call him so he may sing of your fame for future days. O God Nabu, accept the prayers and supplications of Nabu Shuma Imbi, governor of Borsippa. Inscription dealing with the storehouse from the enclosure wall of Izida. This has been the first of what I expect to be many such readings on this channel. This channel will be dedicated to whenever I find a good, mostly complete ancient text, I'm just going to read them. And some people might enjoy them. If you enjoy them, please give it a like and a subscribe. If you haven't enjoyed it, well, I apologize. Thank you for listening.